Hi Rune, so here comes my video. I made this program just now, and what it does is I have a customer class, and inside of the customer class I have all the fields and properties you defined in the mandatory assignment. Customer ID, name, email, date of birth, and sign up date, and I have a list of accounts. I have all the methods. I have a constructor that takes the following parameters, and then I create the object. I have a create account, which pretty much creates new bank account and adds all the accounts to the list. I have a deposit to account, which only takes valid argument if the amount is greater than 0 and if the account index is between 0 and the accounts that count. And then it deposits. Else it throws an error. I have withdraw from account, which also takes an amount which is greater than or equal to 0. And yes, the account index here as well has to be between 0 and accounts that count. I have list accounts, which pretty much loops through the accounts and then just writes on the console the account's account ID, and I have a list account, it's a singular, that will only list or write to the console a specific accounts info. And then the account info is says the following: owner of the account, email, and everything. The account class is a nested class inside of the customer class. That means that it can only be instantiated from the customer, but it cannot be called from the program class. So if I try to create it here, it just doesn't recognize it. It's not gonna happen. Then I have the fields, private fields, and then I have the public string account ID property. I have, initializing some data, like the account ID has to be unique, this GUID, that new GUID that string, and the customer ID has to come from here with the constructor. I have a deposit and a withdraw method, and in the withdraw I'm checking if the balance is greater or equal to the amount, because you can only, actually I think it needs to be just greater, not equal to the amount. No, it can be greater than equal. Yeah. And then I have an info where it just writes to the console the ID and the balance. So if I run the program, first of all, yes, I create 5 accounts, then I just list the customer info and the list of accounts, and then I have some values. I have some valid and some invalid values. I have as invalid values 10,000. It's not gonna happen since the balance will only be 2,000, and I have -1 as the index. That's also not gonna happen, and then I have -10 as a withdrawal from account. That's also not gonna happen. And then when I run the program, following is the output. So it works as expected. I hope that it is acceptable, and thank you for watching.